It's C-Duck Again is brought to you by Hackensack Brewing Company and their Imperial Pilsner Auga, which was created in honor of the legendary DJs The Awesome 2. Thick Crates, pure hip-hop satisfaction. Check out their limited edition new releases available now on Instagram. Weaponized Records, an independent music label serving up underground hip-hop. The revolution will not be televised. It will be weaponized. Rap Central Station Mag Paper, the world's first art rap chart magazine. And the Spit Slam Record Label Group. The Spit Slam Record Label Group, a Chuck D situation. Catch us on your favorite streaming platform, on Bandcamp, or visit our official web store at spitslamrecords.com. All releases are available digitally or on CD, with select titles available on vinyl and cassette. The Spit Slam Record Label Group. Throwback to the future sound.
Strutting like a peacock, shouting from the treetop. Deep roots like bebop, once again it's C-Dot. Chock-a-block, sonic, phonic, freedom, rock, boxing. Shock, jock, flatline, hip-hop outfoxing. Ultra mag flossing, jetty o bossing. Channel Zero watching, awesome friends blossom. Caution to the wind as the soul buck spins. Rip the microcosm, knocking down duck pins. Props from within, and when Chuck drops in, we shine like the light, cause life is paper thin. It's Tuesday, begin to learn from your kin, bringing uncut gems. It's C-Doc again.
It's C-Doc again.
Hello, friends. It is another Tuesday night. Welcome to Channel Zero and another episode of It's C-Doc Again. Boy, do we have a special show for you guys tonight. Yes, indeed. We're loaded with guests. It's going to be a lot of fun. I have no idea how this is going to go, but it's going to be great. I know it. It's all good. But first up, got to introduce the crew. She got her start in classic rap radio at the very first 24-hour all-rap station, KDAY in Los Angeles. Our lady from the heyday of K-Day, Jennifer O. Jenny.
The heat's getting to me. It's getting to me.
Oh, we had snow today, so, it's all good.
It was 100 degrees here today.
What? Holy hell. It most definitely was not 100 degrees here today. So.
No, it doesn't want to. It's 91 still.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah,
that is crazy.
Tell me about it.
Yeah. All right. Also joining us tonight, of course, he has the dopest account on Instagram. If you don't follow him, you are a sucker. Ladies and gentlemen, the Culture Clip King himself, UltraMag7.
What's up, y'all? What's up?
What's happening?
I'm looking at the green room and I see we have the ultimate East Coast show. We have a representative from Philadelphia.
Yep.
We have a representative like myself from New Jersey.
Yes.
We have representatives from New York City.
Yep.
We got it all.
We got it all.
Yeah.
Yep. Why not? Right.
Ultimate East Coast show.
Ultimate East Coast show tonight. Yes. You guys, I know you guys tuned in for H&L Associates, but you get the bonus round tonight too.
Yeah.
We have yeah, we'll get there. Well, let's just might as well bring them on. So, yeah. So it's the new music show tonight. So the new music show, right?
I'm really hot.
Jennifer's having a hot flash.
Frank Renda.
All right. So joining us tonight, the new music show. New York in the house, Jersey in the house, Philly in the house.
Everybody.
Yeah. So we got H&L Associates, Hastyle Rhymes. Look at that. That's dope.
Oh,
snap. And Pops Brother Lucky. Yeah.
What up?
Yo.
Rap thing.
Yeah. And as a bonus, we got Grand Agent in the house.
Yeah.
Nice.
And Culture Freedom from Poor Righteous Teachers.
Wow.
Why not?
Wow.
Awesome.
This is the Hip-Hop UN right now. The Hip-Hop UN.
It is the Hip-Hop UN. Yes, indeed. Hello, everyone.
So salute to the building. Salute.
See everybody. Good to see everybody.
Yeah, welcome to the show.
What's better to do it horizontally or vertically?
Right now, there's so many of us. I don't think it matters. You know?
You're good.
All right,
You're
just
good,
making
bro.
sure.
It's all good.
You're good. You're good.
Yeah, it's all good.
Okay.
So yes, surprise. Anyway,
Surprise.
surprise. So we'll start with the H&L Associates record because that's what I was planning on. Yes, Hastyle and Luck. You guys have an album, and am I correct in their singles dropping as well? The single is new too?
Yes. It's called Volume.
It's a pancake stack.
Yes.
We come in a bundle.
Yeah, we're dropping songs from the album, and then we also putting
Remixes out.
remixes to those songs on album to give the customer something extra. You know, what I mean, back end date type shit.
Yeah, man, you guys are killing it. The mission statement. I got a shout out to Evil D because he was the one that hit me to it. And
No doubt.
Yeah, he's like, I did the cuts on this album. Check it out. I'm like, okay, word. And
Plain and simple.
yeah, man.
That's all you need to know.
I was like, oh snap.
He didn't say what song or nothing. He was check out the cuts. There's a bunch of them.
Yeah, and the album is fantastic, man. It's
Thank you.
Yeah.
A lot of work was put into that joint.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell. Yeah, it's I gotta ask, is it coming out on wax, CDs, anything?
CDs and cassettes are coming.
Dope.
First.
Fantastic. That's
So a person has something to touch and feel. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
What we need
there's a lot
nowadays.
of collectors out there.
Yep,
Yes, sir.
most definitely. How'd the project come about, guys?
I mean, organically, man. Like, you know, I'm always pulling from what I know. You know, I mean, from the greatest cast touch the microphones and production. So I mean, I'm taking what I already know and not trying to reinvent the wheel. If it works for them, it's gonna work for me. You know, organic stuff. You start with one song, you start building on another song, and all of a sudden you're 10 songs in, and you're like, wow, this sounds good. You know, and then you start just putting it all together, man. But you know, real simple, man, organic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a chemistry that we built after a while, because even before we decided to really put together a full-length album, we did a collaboration on my last album. Now, you know, if anybody's familiar with my last album, Return to Earth or Hastyle Enterprise, you know, and if anybody knows anything about, you know, when I put out music, I pay a lot of homage to MCs and things like that. You know, I kind of remix some songs, you know, that I used to love back in the days. So I wanted to do my version of the scenario. And plus, you know, there was a story behind that because we was just coming out of COVID. So my last album was kind of dedicated to everybody that was, you know, toughening everything out during COVID. But long story short, I have a song called Scenario, and I wanted to do like a, you know, Tribe Called Quest thing, but at the same time, a Ultra Magnetic Cool Keith thing. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Ultra Mag on that one. But you know, I said, Luck, you know, you want to jump in this song? Cause you know what I'm saying? I think it's going to be dope. And like, you know, he took it on, he took on the task. And then I just seen like, we just had this chemistry together. So he started making beats, and he was sending me like, you know, 5 beats here, 4 beats here. And all of them, I just try to smash, like Hulk smash, you know what I'm saying? And then he was liking what we was coming up with. Plus he was like, yo, let me jump in some of these songs, man. And then the flavor just started going, and all of a sudden we got like 10 songs, we got like 20 songs. And then like, you know, Luck could chime in on this. Like once we got like the best songs out of them, like especially like the New York song and you know, the Last Night song and the ones that are really catchy, we're like, you know, we got to really give this out to the public. Like, we'll not give it out, but release it to the public. And just get, you know, just continue this hip hop legacy. You get what I'm saying? Because we're not just gonna put out anything. Plus, like, look at our background. Like, you know what I'm saying? Background is like De La Soul. You know what I'm saying? I'm from like Flushing, Queens, so you got Word Flush out there. You got Large Pro out there. You know, Mike Geronimo. Shout to them, the Beat Nuts. So it was only natural. You know what I'm saying? It was all natural. No additives or preservatives.
Yeah, word. That's what's up. You talk about having like a bunch of songs. How was the process of whittling it down to what ended up on the record?
I mean,
that was difficult.
I mean, like
But
we have
Luck had the suggestion.
project. We have another project already ready.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it's like I said, bro. I borrow from what I know. Honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, Tribe and those guys, my brother, they would make a lot of music. You know, so this song may not fit that project, but it's not gonna go to waste. You know what I'm saying? It'll go to this project.
Yeah, like Luck on 3 Feet High and Rising. How many songs is on there?
I mean, it's 21, but like, you know, the whole reality is that they was making songs.
Mm-hmm.
You start taking songs in here, you know, and you match them to this. Because, you know, when you make an album and it's coming out incredible, every song doesn't naturally fit.
Yeah.
The project.
The one advantage we have now and being in the time that we are now, that you can release things digitally. You know, you don't got to always put all your eggs in that basket. You can take some stuff, move it around, and, you know, put it this way, or take a song and use it as another remix.
Right.
I mean, we're really big on how the culture used to do it back in the days, and I love that. How a lot of the groups, they'll just put some random song, you know, and it just keeps your interest going.
Yeah.
You know, I'm taking this song off the album, but let me take a song that I wasn't going to use and let me put this on a single to make that single, to bring something new to that single, to bring more people to that single.
Yeah.
Right.
I love that stuff. That's like De La, Public Enemy. They were the best at doing the 12-inch singles and stuff back in the day. Always.
And also you got to mention
bonus joints.
You got to also mention like Tribe Called Quest, because me and Luck was talking about how like Tribe Called Quest even like came out with Bonita Applebum, right? But then they flipped the remix, and the remix was like gave it a whole different aspect to the whole Bonita Applebum song, to where it's like it grew its own other type of legs, and you know that's like Luck.
That's not to cut them off, but how they took the Isley Brothers and put the Isley Brothers, they used the same hook, but then they changed it up. I mean, I definitely borrowed that from Tip. Like, you know, we got the song called A Code, which is a remix of Victory Lap. So, you know, we'll just do like different beat and just take pieces of the chorus out, or even how we did the song. We got out called Think, and we did a song called Day 2. Like it just, you know, different beats, but taking pieces of the hook to connect you with the song. But then, you know, just flipping some new rhymes or new beats or whatever it is.
Right.
Like classic material.
Yeah. and we got so it's material classic, then classic material, but now we got a remix to material classic coming out but it's called Classic.
And at the end of the song, I'm like, done.
That's like borrowing the EPMD, how EPMD always flip the Janes on different things. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, man, it's a lot of stuff that a lot of the peers that we love, they did, man. And I'm always reaching back to that and bringing that to the forefront.
So that's only saying that you're bringing it to, you know, you're exposing the original formula and recipe of how things were done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yep.
And hopefully, like, you know, and it's not like we're the only ones that do that, but there's there's few and far too many in between. You know, let's continue this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yep. I'm with it. I've been on the label that I run with Chuck D. We do maxi singles, man. And I'm always telling artists, I'm like, if you got bonus stuff or remixes, let's load it up, man. Let's do it. Why not? You know?
And I'm definitely glad to be back, because I was on like years ago. I think I was on one of your shows with Configure back maybe like 6 years ago. You know what I'm saying? And Configure from overseas, he's a big boom bap individual too. So this is like full circle for me, because now I'm in a group. I've been in a group one time in my life. That was back in the mid 90s with my crew, the DMO. Shout to, you know, Apani, B Fly MC and Lifelong and Mike One. But now, you know, this is definitely full circle for me on a different level because, you know, of the connects that we've able to obtain during this mission, especially with, you know, beat miners. Like, you got to mention beat miners.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? But this is dope. This is dope. And I feel my rhymes are sharper now anyway. You know what I mean? We've been
I
through some
love
stuff.
it.
Yeah, most definitely.
I love it.
Culture Freedom. What's funny?
It was good.
So I'm listening to him mention those names and like Walt and Baby Paul. If you know Evil D, you know his brother Walt
Yup.
and Baby Paul, where we used to go shopping for records with them at the Roosevelt Record Show
Oh
of
yeah.
New York. So we was
Yeah.
all big diggers. And Shaheed was a true master. You can ask Walt and Paul about Shaheed because his technical knowledge of the drum machines and the way he used to make them joints talk, you know,
Yeah.
he was a teacher
Word.
behind the scenes. A lot of people didn't
Word.
know, but Father Shaheed was definitely a teacher. Tony D was definitely a teacher because he broke a lot of breaks. Like, for instance, he mentioned Tribe. This record right here, Black Sabbath. These are the drums that they use on a war tour,
Yeah.
right?
And Jungle Brothers used too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or Lonnie Liston Smith.
Yeah.
These are the drums they used on Can I Kick It?
Yeah.
Or, for instance,
You got the
let's say
records, son.
Live at the Barbecue with Extra P,
Large Pro.
Little Richard. This is the
Main
record he
source.
used. Let's talk about Electric Relaxation. This is the record he used, Brethren, right? Let's talk about
Respect the
Benita
DJ.
Applebaum. This is the drums he used for Benita Applebaum, Little Feet. All right. So
Still being used
that's right.
to this
So
day.
it ain't hard to tell by Nas, Stanley Clark drums. So this is what I'm saying. You know, when you was mentioning those names, I was just thinking to myself, all of those beats start going through my head. So I'm actually in my studio, so I just start reaching for them.
Oh, that's
You know what I
dope.
mean?
That's
Because
dope.
these are drums that I use all the time.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
confirmation.
Yep.
I mean,
Or say, for instance, let's say You Got What I Need by Biz Markie, the Lee
Nice.
Rest
Dorsey
in peace to
drums.
Bismarcky.
Yeah, so these are all key drums that before the internet, if you wasn't in the loop, you wouldn't have had those drums.
facts.
So yeah, I still sample from the record.
That's a fact.
It's so funny you said their names. I was just with them this Sunday with Walt Andy.
That's what's
in
up.
Brooklyn. Yeah, those my brothers, man. Those my brothers.
Yeah, ask them about Father Shaheed.
No doubt, no doubt.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
So we'll switch over real quick. GA, you were just here not too long ago.
Yeah.
And so you and Culture Freedom hooked up. Tell us about the new project.
So yeah, this is one of my mentors from I would say about 99, 80, 98, 99. We got in touch through a mutual business associate. You know, I had a group at that time called Name. PRT used to let us open up for them, and that's where it started. So it's been a decades long kind of evolution. You know, a joint here, a joint there. I would say over the past 4 or 5 years, it's been becoming more frequent of a collaboration. Last year we had the record that Culture did, me and Grand Pooba and Tajay from Souls of Mischief, Free the Culture.
Yeah.
And similar, a lot of parallels to these brothers. Listen to their story very organically. Yo, I got a couple beats. Oh, word, let me hear them. Start writing before you know a thing is happening. You know, key difference with us, we decided very intentionally to keep it brief, keep it EP length, just on the strength of everybody's schedules. And I didn't want to get into ending up with 20 songs and then having to pick 12 out of it. You know what I mean? Like I didn't want to do that to myself. So we said, listen, we're gonna do 5 or 6, and when they done, we're gonna be done. And by the grace of God, they all turned out to be worthwhile and usable. So that's kind of how our process went. You know what I mean?
Did you guys get to record together?
Nah, we did the internet thing. He gave me the beats, I did the vocals, I gave him the vocals, he produced around, got the choruses up and popping, sent it back to me. I did some editing. We both did a little bit of mixing. It was a DIY, you know what I mean? A quick, crispy, process. It took about 3 weeks, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
So,
and you see all that information he just displayed. All of that is, we was on the joint earlier talking about Cultures and Shahid's, actual role in PRT as, I came to understand it, moving from the fan side to the collaborator side, and everybody we was just talking about, Evil D and Tip and hip hop musicianship. You know what I mean? The hip hop musician's instrument is the sampler, the turntable, the drum machine. You know what I mean? And so what Culture and Shy were the musicians behind Wise. You know what I mean? And it's easy, like in any group, you get caught up in the lead man, the front man. But this brother has brought forth at least a generation, if not a half a generation before I really, got immersed and just put all of that wisdom, that funk, that production lens, that craftsmanship. And I think we ended up with, for me, is at least my favorite Grand Agent record to date. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So, yeah, and from a consumer standpoint, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
I'm very thrilled to be had this man in my corner for sure.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
And that's mutual.
Yeah.
Word.
That's mutual. I mean, Grand Agent, he's being a little modest right now, but he's definitely one of the best MCs to ever come out of Philadelphia. His wordplay, he's a wordsmith. Definitely an MC's MC. And like they were saying, Tip, all of them, Extra P, all of them, they're all in my peer group. We all started out together as far as doing shows, back in the day at the Quando. And I can recall us doing a show at the Quando. I think it was either our album release or something like that. It was us, Leaders of the New School, Tip and all of them. And we was backstage and we was about to go on. And all of us had butterflies. You know what I'm saying? Because the house was jam-packed, Jungle Brothers, everybody. DJ Clark, Kent, Red Alert, you name it. And Tip had a big thing of cranberry juice. You know what I mean? He was like, yo, man, you want some of this? This was what kind of eased my stomach, man. You know what I mean? Because we was all, 18, 19 years old.
I love cranberry juice.
And it was still very fresh, you know what I mean? Because the SP1200 had got introduced to the game and all of that. So it was no longer like a DJ cutting back to back or a beatbox. Everybody was really digging and sampling and all of that stuff. So you got a real chance to see like the creativity and what they were talking about and what it gave birth to. People like Kanye West. I mean, you can hear it in his music. You can hear it in his beat. Ninth Wonder. Jay Dilla, they are definitely students of that era. And you can hear it, in the beats. And like I was saying with Shahi and Tony D, Tony D breaking a lot of the moaning samples, like the joint we used for Shakila. You heard people using it. And funny thing about it is, when I heard it being reused, I can tell they actually sampled it from the record because the drums that's in it wasn't in the original sample. Wow. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and that's what Shahi taught me. Like when I hear a beat or whatever, I can tell you what drums it is or whatever right off the rip. The hi-hat. Like for instance, Pete Rock used For the Love of Money a lot. That hi-hat, if you listen, because it filled up a track real good. You see what I'm saying? So before For the Love of Money come on by the OJs, you'll hear So he used that all the time. So he trained me my ear like that. So getting with a brother like Grand was a blessing because you know what I mean. That whole '90s era, the whole boom bap era, where you change the drums, you change the melody, you change the pitch of what was happening, and he was able to complement that well. You know, on a track called Peen Head Rapper. You know what I mean? Because it has that funk. When it comes on, the drums are slapping in the bass line, and it got that funk. You know what I mean? And he jumped right on it, you know, and flowed with that. And then I slowed it down, you know, on another track, and he kind of he rolled that. So I'm like, okay, like they were saying earlier, the diversity in the songs is what made it what it was. Like Bonita Applebaum would slow down, then you would have Can I Kick It? And for me, the drums is what give the track the character.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because when those drums were hit, whatever was going on in that studio that day is hard to reproduce. Like Stax had a sound, Motown had a sound, you know,
Yep.
all of that. So you kind of knew what you
Yep.
was getting.
Signature.
But yeah, man, it's a throwback to that era, man, where you just was having fun. It was people wasn't concentrated on having a viral moment. You know what I mean? But they was concentrated on making classic records and having fun. So that's the days that I miss because when I would bump into Tip and them at the record show, and we knew different record collectors who was selling to us. You know what I mean? And we'd be like, yo, you got that? No, I got that for Tip. I know I got that for so-and-so. We'd be like, dang, we knew it was about to come out. We just didn't know how they was going to use it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, you know, like the Baby Huey story, you know what I mean? We was like, oh, when we heard it. So, it brought out a level of competition that was healthy. You know what I mean? Because you didn't know who was going to do what or what they was going to come out with. And like they were saying, when I heard Low End Theory, I was like, oh, Stephen Biko. See, we was listening for tracks like that, not the usual stuff. But when you heard that, like, oh, snap. You know, so it made you go back and be like, you know what I mean? Start digging, and you thinking, okay, this is what we're gonna do. But yeah, man, Grand is a throwback to that. It was a pleasure to meet him years ago. His partner Ozzy when he was in Name. And I think it's time brothers like him rise to the surface because Philly for a long time has had dope MCs. You know what I mean? And it's time it rise to the surface. A brother like myself, as you know, Father Shaheed passed away due to a motorcycle accident. Tony D passed away. And all the great stuff that they taught me about making beats and all of that. You know what I mean? I'm teacher's last pupil. So I'm showing up strong. You know what I mean? I'm showing up strong.
Luck, what equipment are you using these days?
MPX.
Okay.
MPCX. And thanks to Mr. Walt, because when I got it, I went to his crib and he showed me, you know, how to work it.
Yeah.
And now I'm off the races killing it.
Word.
Yeah, but MPCX, man.
Wow. Okay. Culture, what are you using these days?
SP1200, rack mountable S900.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I'm still guts and grit.
But
it ain't broke,
what,
don't fix it.
Analog.
Yo, it doesn't matter, yo. It's about your ears.
Yeah,
Ultimately,
that's what I'm
it's about your
saying.
ears. It's
Whatever
about
you're
your
comfortable with.
Yeah.
If your ears can manipulate things, doesn't matter. You know, you could be on a Casio keyboard and still out bang anyone. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yep.
I made some aggressive rock on the SB12. I sent it to a kid. He was like, yo, who's hitting out them drums? It's like, that's me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But I believe it. Exactly.
you know what I mean? It's that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up. Do you guys feel like the with the digital distribution and everything, what do you like, for example, Luck, you and Hastyle are putting out a lot of music at will, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Do you find that to be a benefit for the most part? Or, you know, was there something to back in the day when you had to wait and put out a single, you know, give things time to breathe?
I feel it's a benefit because, like back in the days, I couldn't click a button and someone in Africa hear it.
Right.
Or I couldn't click a button and someone in New Zealand hear it, or someone in Australia hear it. Like
Instantly.
Those are the advantages. I mean, I never felt the problem is how stuff's coming out. I just feel the problem is a lot of people making trash.
Yeah.
Because you got to say yourself, if everyone was still making what we all thumping out beats thumping back in the days, it wouldn't make a difference because you'd be hearing stuff that's dope. The problem is, like homeboy from Philly, the Grand, we ain't, you know, ain't more people like us coming out, and that's the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just it's you know, the God born Allah down the block. He just got Pro Tools and he's making trash and he's putting it out. You know what I mean? It's just more, but it ain't people putting out dope music, trying to be creative, trying to push the culture. That to me, I ultimately believe that's the problem.
Yeah. Nah, I got you. I agree.
Well, I think we have choices. We have so many choices, right?
We have a lot of choices.
And what I've been noticing, just for me and my age bracket and my demo, you know, I think I've had to choose at times between like Culture said, the viral moment. I won't even say the viral moment, but just, am I going to be on top of my IG presence? Am I going to be on top of my posting and commenting and running that up so that when I do decide to make a record, is somebody there kind of waiting for it? Or, which has been the case for me, is like, I'm living a life that's going to, when the opportunity comes, I'm gonna make a crazy record because I've been living in a good sense. I've been living a crazy life where I got some real shit to say. You know what I mean? So,
Yep.
And
I was just saying that. I was just saying that.
Yeah, and it come down to age and where you at in life and priorities, and it's like, yo, we gotta make grown man, family man, you know, fucking young adult children. Like we gotta make.
I got something to say about that, man. I'm glad you said that, man. I really got something to say about that, man.
Yeah.
I don't want to cut you off though, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, that's it. That's it.
Respect to the room, but nah, but check this out. And me and Luck was talking about this last year, man. It's like, you know, when you come out, right? Whether you like in your teenage years, you're 20, you know what I'm saying, whatever the case, you're going through some certain things, you know what I'm saying? That's before you have kids. Before you maybe seen somebody get shot, like, you know what I'm saying, before welfare, before, you know, Medicaid and Medicare. So, you know, I had an issue with what's your man's name? From Outkast, when he was like, you know, he trying to play the flute and he ain't got nothing to say at his age. And what could I say that's new? Like, come on, that's some bullshit, kid. Cause yo, as you get older and all the experiences that you have, like even a 60-year-old, 70-year-old dude will probably like kick it just on some old like schooling us on something that we ain't never seen yet. So, you know, it ages like fine wine when it comes to hip hop. You know what I'm saying? And I think that all that stuff got deaded when we hit our 50-year-old mark, and Hez was saying, oh, Hez is still touring. Oh, Hez has really got something to say. Oh, LL came out with an album. MC Light came out with an album. Mobb Deep came out with an album. You know what I'm saying? It kind of proves people wrong. Like, yo, man, there ain't no age to this, and it shouldn't be no ageism. You know what I'm saying? That's you know, that's just like a word we don't even need to deal with. Cause look at the material that we putting out. You know, look at the legends in this building right now, still doing it. You know what I'm saying? You mentioned Large Pro and all that. They're still doing it, going overseas to Colombia. I think Large Pro's in Colombia right now, DJing and, you know, living his best life. Just like Evil D, he be traveling to India. You know what I'm saying? Even with the MCs, they still putting bars together. Like I heard this song with Tresh and Chill Rob G the other day. Ill video, yo. You know what I'm saying?
I produced that song.
Word, yo, the beat is crazy. I'm like, yo, and Tresh was on his game with the bars. So I'm like,
game, man.
You know, and I love Chill Rob G anyway, but you know what I'm saying? That only goes to show, you know.
Yeah, I think they try to silence people when you have the most to say, right? When you get up in age, man, you know, you're not just out there. You got wisdom now. You know what I mean? So you know how to apply what you know. You just don't know a whole bunch of stuff, but you know how to apply it. Like a lot of people bloomed kind of early, like the stuff Wise was saying at 17 and 18 years old, even 16 years old. I was just like, whoa. You know what I mean? He was deep back then.
Right.
You know, and to a fault sometimes, right? Because it was like, who you think you are?
Right.
You know what I mean? Because, you know, he said, yes, but I'm not following leaders, you know. Leaders follow the way that the wise go. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, I could mess with you. You know what I mean? I could mess with you because it ain't, you know what I mean? When you step into the arena or you step into the ring, you can't step in there like some kind of novice or step in there like you got fear. You know what I'm saying? It's like knowledge is older than the sun, moon, and stars, and don't no man own it. You know what I'm saying? Especially once you put it out there. So once you grab a hold of it, it's all about how you master your cipher and you put it out there. You know, and for us, it's one of those things where, man, listen, you took all of this time to develop an audience and to develop, you know, a crowd or a following. And right when you got them, where they're listening to what you got to say is like, all right, I'll see y'all later. You know what I mean? Nah, you know,
That's disrespecting the people
that's
that's following you.
yeah, that's the nature of, you know, the beast is that they try to keep the art form young so they could take advantage of, you know, individuals. But once people grow to that age to where they know, okay, I know this what's going on. I know about points. I know about royalties. I know how to put this stuff out. They're like, nah, I don't want to hear what you got to say,
more
dog.
value to them. Exactly.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like we
freedom.
value the elders in our community. You know what I'm saying? We value the elders because we talking about actual knowledge. You know what I mean? Like the internet is cool, but what about when you had to actually go to a fan and talk to him? You had to win them over. You know what I mean? And you had to let them get to know you and get personal with them. You know what I mean? Or you had to perform for it. You know, so that's the kind of thing I'm talking. They said, well, how did y'all get found? Red Alert found it. Red Alert is the reason why we got our deal. You know what I mean? Because Red Alert was playing the joints. And then Profile called over, was like, what's that you keep playing? He told him, and that he gotta find his fee for it. But Red Alert is how we got signed. And I remember him playing music at the party, people standing around. He was like, yo, y'all standing around being wallflowers. He was like, listen, I play what I like. He said, if I like something, I play it. I remember Daddy O was like, listen, we sitting at a table. I didn't even know he was saying that. He was like, man, the reason why some of these records ain't coming out right is because of the production. And this legend sitting at the table, and he was like, man, take for instance, Poor Righteous Teachers. I'm like, yo, Daddy O. You know what I mean? We try to walk out of here today. You know what I mean? But I always respected real cats like him. You see what I'm saying? Because it was all about how you showed up. It wasn't about where you was from, who you knew. It was about how you showed up in the demonstration that you gave. You know what I mean? And like Black Thought said, man, you know, this requires skills, man. I demand some shown. You know, when it comes to this, what is your, you know, there's no filter anymore because everybody got access to an audience, and like you can identify as whatever you want. You see what I'm saying? You can identify as an MC. You can identify as a professor. You can identify as whatever, but do you have actual knowledge? Can you give a demonstration of what you identify as? You know what I'm saying? Can you show and prove? You know, and that's the thing for me. So it's still a big deal for me to show and prove. You say it, but show and prove. You know, don't build nothing you can't stand on. That's what we used to say. You saying you this, okay, stand on it. And like I said, that's what I love about Grand Agent, because he's a throwback to that. I know if you hand him a microphone, it's going down. I know if you put me in a room full of MC or beat makers or whatever, it's absolutely going down. You know what I'm saying? It's going down to the death. You know what I'm saying? To the death.
I said the same shit. I'm gonna bust someone's ass.
Yeah, there you go. That's how you show up. That's how you show up.
Yo,
you know, somebody get knocked out.
Facts.
Real talk. You know what I'm saying? Don't come in here popping that weak stuff. Boy. You know, I kick a hole in the speaker, pull the plug, then I jet. You know, hey, You know what I'm saying? They acted like I wanted to take it instead of trying to use it. You know, so we from that school. You know what I mean? We from that school, man, and that's why it's so beautiful. You know, when y'all start mentioning those names and mentioning that stuff, man, I'm like, you know, I'm in a blissful state. You know, because I know all of those guys you mentioned are masters at what they do. Evil D, Walt, all of them, Extra P, Premier. They all masters, and it seems like the masters are coming back because when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. And I think hip hop is at a state where they want more stuff. They searching for knowledge. These young kids, they see what's going on, and they like, man, what happened? I want to know from somebody that was there, somebody who know how to exercise it. So it's a beautiful thing. All of these records are being put out. The albums y'all putting out, I can't wait to hear it. You know, and me and Grand, this is our contribution, but there's gonna be plenty more. You know,
I mean, to add on what you said real quick, man, it's just like when me and Haas perform, man, like, you know, we perform on some competition shit. I'll be on something like, I feel sorry for the person coming on after me because, like, you know, and then you get on stage, you kill it, you know, and then everyone's mean mugging you afterwards because they like, yo, he killed it, you know. So no one wanted to give you gap, no one wanted to give you high five, you know. But finally they warm up, yo, your set was cool. Nah, my set wasn't cool. I killed it. You know,
listen, imagine going on after leaders in the 90s. We doing shows with leaders of the new school. The energy, I'm like, oh my God.
Shout out to Shamello,
the energy, man.
I got a chance to work with Shamello.
They practice
before he passed.
Yeah, word.
Yeah,
that's
you're
talking about hip hop, man.
Kwame, you know what I mean? You're talking about, like, it was all about bringing that show. Like, no internet. This was the first time they were going to see you do what you do.
Yeah.
I remember cats getting off stage and we like, yo, what's going on? They're like, yo, the crowd is dead. We was like, oh yeah? You know, next thing you know, you see him, because we going at it. We got my man Rozzy High Power with us. He's doing the beatbox. I'm doing the beatbox on top of his beatbox. Wise is chatting and whatever. We like, the crowd disappeared at one point, and we just having a ball.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, I love that, man. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yep.
Good.
Hastyle, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say that, like, kind of piggybacking on what Culture Freedom was talking about. It's, you know, the dope thing about it, because, like, you know, this is a cool cipher, number one, because hip hop brought us together. You know what I mean? And you know, hip hop has sent me overseas and back, opening up for J. Rue the Damager and a few other heads that I really respect. And these are my heroes that came before me. So it's dope to be in this type of cipher, number one. And number two, it's dope when Culture was breaking out the records, because we always talk about respect the DJ, because, you know, music, like, and this is going back to, you know, I'm talking about ageism and all that. It's like music is forever. So once you put that baby out and you watch it grow, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You can't take it back, but it's going to last forever. So even with the records he was breaking out, you know what I'm saying? And whatever form that music is going to be in, it's going to be here forever. So you can always go resort back to those records. And this is what our mission really is to do, is to put out music that, you know, has long lasting flavor, not like something like gum that, you know, kind of fizzles out after 5 minutes, you know, after chewing it. You know, you want to have, you know, like Bazooka Joe or some shit. Like, you want to come out with something that lasts for, like, you know what I mean? Like, we do this to have this music outlast us. So when we're dead and gone and people want to listen to what you know, hip hop sounded like in the year 2026, and we talking about the year 3000. You could go in the vaults and you could find all of our, you know, anybody in the cipher. You could find any of our music and be able to really interpret what's been going on, because our content is not like we're talking about apples and oranges. We're talking about like, you know, cracks in the street, you know, the street, and we're talking about satellites spying on us. And dude, we got some content. So it's dope to be in this type of cipher because, you know, right now we're surrounding ourselves with, you know, hip hop history, hip hop knowledge, and we respect the elders. Because, you know what I'm saying? Like one day we're the ones that want to be respected. So we gotta respect the elders because one day we become the elders and we want to be respected. You know what I'm saying? So that's full circle right there.
Yep.
Right. Hey, let me say this real quick because this is crazy. So GA, talk about full circle. So Culture, do you remember being on Teen Summit on BT? So you performed with the backing band, the Black Republicans.
Yeah.
So those are my homeboys from college, and I was actually the original vocalist for the Black Republicans because it was supposed to.
I was just talking to Grant about them the other day.
Yeah,
the one boy on the bass. What was his name? Was it the lead guitar? What was his name?
Either Slade.
Yeah,
and then Earl. Earl was me and Earl was real tight. Earl was from I think he was from Piscataway, but but I was the original vocalist. But it was like a punk band back then. I ain't had the chops. I had the MC chops. I didn't have the chops.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Cass was trying to get in different venues back then. You know what I mean? It was like you had to bring a band with you to get in here. You know what I mean? You know, like, man.
What's Luck? What's the name of your record? What I'm looking for? I want to hear this.
The album is called A Mission Statement. We got a song. I mean, if you put it H&L Associates, it'll pop up.
Okay, cool.
Hey, Luck, explain how you came up with this with H&L Associates though. I think they could be interested in that.
So the H&L, I wanted to pay a homage to, you know, Kid and Play, Jazzy Jeff, and the Fresh Prince, like playing with that of it. And then I just put the associates with it because I'm like, you know, we lawyers. And with lawyers, you have bad lawyers. You got lawyers who defend criminals. And you got lawyers who defend people are good. So that concept alone gives us the ability to bob and weave out of concepts. I could talk about some ratchet shit, or I could talk about something that's conscious.
Right.
So, I mean, that's always been my thing about coming with titles of groups. Is very important because you want to be able to bounce around and not be pigeonholed to one thing. And then, you know, I would say, Haas. So I said, yeah, let me take the H. You know, my name is Luck. I'm going to go NL Associates.
Right.
But, you know, like,
once again, man. Sound like business. It sounds like business.
Right. And we stand on our business.
It's always just paying, it's paying attention to, once again, what I always saying, man. It's what Poor Righteous Teachers did when they were back out. It's like, yo, you got to pay attention to what's going on and don't shut your eyes to what's going on. Pull things from the past into the forward. And my thing is, I don't even like using words like, yo, it's old school or it's new school or classic. Music is music. Because my thing is always, my aim is to outknock you. It don't make a difference when my song was made. You play my song next to your song, it's gonna crush your song. That's always my mentality. You know, you can play any song next to, you can play any song that came out in the 90s next to a song now, and you put it on the speakers, it'll outknock it. So that's always my aim. So stop, you know, I hate when people go, yo, it's classic. Nah, man, it's not classic. It's good music.
That's right. That's right, man. I play stuff now. Like if we play stuff, you know, sometimes I play music, sometimes I sample it. But if I play something funky, like I called my son in one day. I was like, come here, listen to this. I want you to witness this moment. You know what I mean? I was like, when you dig, this is what you're looking for. This is, and man, that joint came on like to blew me out of my chair. Right. It was so funky.
Right.
You know what I mean? I was like, man, this band was on some old, you know what I'm talking about. You know, every now and then you get one of those records and the whole record is crazy. You know the band was just crazy. And I was like, man, I could imagine, like, I was like, man, I could come out to this. You know what I'm saying? I could just walk out to this, just play this. I'll walk out to this and it's gonna clear the room. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, you like you said, man, that's 100% true. You play move the crowd right now.
Exactly.
Play I Ain't No Joke right now.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Night of the Living
Play
Bass
Nobody
Head.
Beats the Biz right now.
Out now.
You know what I'm saying? It's
And-
going
and-
ba-boom, 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 ba-boom,
Exactly.
ba-bam. You play the bridge right now. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And this,
Exactly.
but see, that's what I'm saying. It's like, but they made it all one thing. It's all one thing, all one sound, and that's part of what killing it. Like you made a valid point earlier. You know, that's what's killing it. Is one thing, one sound all the time. And we're not used to that because biting was like a carnal sin when we was coming up. Like you doing what I'm doing, ilk. You know what I mean?
no.
Like, why are you doing what I'm doing? Like, don't even tie your shoestrings the way I'm tying mine. But
you're doing what I'm doing. I'm coming down to your show.
Yeah,
and we're gonna talk. Yo, what's
it's
up,
like
homeboy?
we didn't. Yeah, we didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? We just didn't do that. You know, but that's the thing about it is I don't that has become socially acceptable. You know, you know, in some ways that's good. Like it's like, say for instance, cats go to Catholic school, right? They all wear the same clothes. You know what I mean? If this guy can grow a beard, they might not let you grow it because it might make the other cat that can't grow a beard feel some kind of way. You know what I mean? But that's not the real world. That's not real society. In the real world, you know what I mean? We're all individuals. You know what I mean? And what we bring to the game. So like we can see it all online now, but when we went out to run into a rapper from the South, you see what I'm saying? To run into a rapper from you had to go there to see that. You know what I mean? And we was like, whoa, did you see the way boy was rhyming? You know what I mean? You know, it was one kid in Texas, man. He had that strong draw, but he was killing the lyrics, though. You know what I mean?
That make the lyrics sound better,
like,
actually.
yo, hey, we got back on the bus and we all was saying the rhyme. You know what I mean? It was so because he had his own slang, his own, you know what I'm saying, own everything. And that's what I'm saying. Like somehow we lost a little bit of that. You know what I mean? Like that's like you mentioned Outkast. When I went to Atlanta and I heard that joint Aliens with that boom, 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 elevators. Yeah, man. I was like, oh, snap. You know what I mean? Because that's what we was pirates for that. We was looking for that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? And that's what made it dope. Or we did the Philly, we saw EST. You know what I mean? When he said
one.
The style of my hair is like the new wave afro. EST, the unusual fellow. He's too good to be true. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that was black. To us, that was black.
Mentally shaping.
Yeah,
just don't miss what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
That was my
This
joint.
is Hilltop Hustlers.
Yeah.
So that's how we, you know, when we would go through Philly and go through the gallery. I don't even know if the gallery went down, but when the gallery was open, you take the scepter into the gallery. You see what I'm saying? That's where all that Gucci shades and all of that. I'm gonna keep it 100. Wasn't nobody wearing that Versace stuff like that in New York. And this is why I say that, because we were wearing Bally's, we were wearing British Walkers, we was wearing Clarks, we was wearing Lee's, velour pants, leather suede fronts. We would put silk shirts on sometimes and stuff like that, but that type of flavor, Philly was messing with the Macy's. You see what I'm saying? The Macy's stuff. You know what I mean? That type of gear. And that's all the designer shades. We had Gazelles, we had East Saints, we had all of that. But they was messing with those other labels. If you know what I mean. And that's to keep it 100. So, but that was the difference. Yeah. Like Jersey, you know what I mean? We had our own thing. You know, but Jersey was in a unique spot because, especially where we was from, right? Because we like 30, 25 minutes from Philly, and then about an hour, 25 minutes from New York. You take the transit in. But we would be up in Harlem. We would be in Brooklyn, getting gold teeth, all this other stuff, shopping at AJ's, Floor Shines. all that stuff. So we would bring that back and do our thing with it. You know what I mean? But it like when African Bambaataa said Trenton Rock to the planet Rock. That's because he had people down in Trenton. They used to be down there with Trent, with Instant Funk and all of those cats down there. So this is what I be trying to explain to cats. It's like the whole Kung Fu flick with Wu-Tang and all of that. All of that culture was going on at the same time. If you was in the culture, if you was a 5%er at that time, you knew the lessons, you knew the AJs and all that. But it wasn't until Rakim came out. It wasn't until, you know what I mean, brothers like that came out and we was like, oh, they one of us. That we got one of us on the radio now. When the Supreme Team came out, it wasn't like we were saying, oh man, what is he saying? No, we knew exactly what he was saying. You know what I'm saying? When he said, well, I'll be dropping bombs, well, I'll be peace and calm. We was like, oh, you know what I mean? The gods, we here now. That's the type of thing. We wasn't separating it like that. You know what I mean? When Just Ice came out with Licking Lyrics, you know, he was one of the first. Like some people take credit for being one of the first, but if you listen to Licking Lyrics, when he's like, now licking the lyrics is what I do whenever I get excited. You mush it around and bump up the sound and get the job ignited. He was doing that. You know what I'm saying? He was licking lyrics. So, but he didn't call it rhyming fast. He called it licking lyrics. You see what I'm saying? So this is where all that whole culture, man, we was all bubbling in that. You know, we was like, oh, that's the God. We going to see him. That's the God. The gods are in here. So I was up in the Bronx during the hip hop 50th, right? We was there rocking. And this kid walked up to me, he's like, peace, God. I was like, peace, what's up? There's some kid on the side like, oh, trying to use New York slang. I'm like, listen, kid, I've been using this since I was 12, 13 years old, before you was born. Like, what are you talking about? You don't know what you're talking about. Like, we've been used, like, I guess he was watching the Wu series or something. You know what I'm saying? But that wasn't the whole history. Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we was, you know what I mean, rocking Clarks and all of that. We was in high school, junior high school. You know what I'm saying? Doing that because but if you was the gods, you was a part of that, then you seen it. You was a part of it. You knew what it was. You know what I mean? So I'm like, yeah, like the Wu with the karate thing. See that we need more of that. We need more of that back.
Originality.
You take something like Onyx with the bald head, the man face. Yeah. You like y'all seen the movie The Warriors, right?
Of course,
Every gang had their own thing. Cats pop out with the baseball bats. Cats come from over here. We need that back. You know what I mean? That's what make the culture like, man. Look at there haven't been another Slick Rick yet.
Yep.
Another Slick Rick yet. You see what I'm saying? You're talking about these original personalities that came out, and you was like, it blew you away. There's never been another Rakim yet. I don't care who tried to imitate it. There's never been another Rakim. Never been another KRS-One.
No.
You know what I'm saying? He said, what do you think makes up a KRS? Persuasive teaching or very clear speaking, ridiculous bass, aggravating treble, rebel, renegade must stay paid, not by financial aid, but a range of hits, causing me to take long trips. He said, my album was raw because no one would ever think like I think or do what I do. I stole the show and then I leave without a clue. See, that was the messaging that we was getting. Like, this is what makes an MC. You know, no one would ever think like I think and do what I do.
Right.
Like, how can I, like, me and Shy, we would get the same record. He'll be listening to the horns. I'll be listening to the bass.
Right. Yeah.
I'm like, I'm going to take that. He said, how did you flip that, kid? I'm going to flip it this way. You know what I mean? That's creating culture. So if you ask what is culture, I tell them I'm culture. You know what I'm saying? I'm culture. I create culture. I'm what culture is. Your culture. He's culture. Brand is culture.
We're all
We
culture.
create culture. Listen, we was taken from a place robbed of our names, our language, our religion, our God, everything. And then we created a culture in that influenced the whole world. We created a whole nother culture. So you
True.
can't tell me that at one time we wasn't in Egypt and the world was coming to us to get knowledge. We see it right now. We see the influence and the impact we have on the world right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So we gotta keep creating that. We can't let, that's why I like technology, but we gotta drive technology. We can't let technology drive us.
Oh, facts.
Right? Because if you think artificial intelligence is something, what about an artificial soul? Your soul is comprised of your mind, will, intellect, imagination, and emotion. That's what make you you. When the Most High breathed his breath into you, you became a living soul. If you're not using your soul, what are you doing? Who's driving your soul? So that's why I like what's going on, but that's why I still got to touch analog, because I got to be a part of what I'm creating. I got to use that part of my soul, which is my intellect. I got to use that part to be involved. That's why I said, with holy intellect, he says, students, listen to the lesson I'll be teaching. Learn thy holy intellect, because it's a blessing. You see what I'm saying? It's a blessing to have a soul. It's a blessing because who can move like we can?
Right.
Who can operate like James Brown was the godfather of soul. I was listening to records the other day and I was like, man, this is trash. Like my man was saying, this is trash. And I'm not talking about hip hop records. I'm talking about records that I planned on doing something with. And I was like, man, this is trash. This is trash. There's no soul. There's nothing funky about this. And I was like, man, what was they thinking? But then it made me think about James Brown. Like, what was they thinking when they heard James Brown?
Can you imagine?
Like, can you imagine before James Brown what music was like? I instantly thought about that. And he getting up on his one foot and you know what I mean? And the beat going, oh my God, like Muddy Waters and all of that, man. We come from Muddy Waters. We come from James Brown. We come from gods of music, man.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? When they took the music programs out of school, we was like, that's okay. We'll just start sampling the gods. We'll find a way to use it. Jimmy Castor. You know what I mean? You got to think about it. They was playing it. You talking about organic?
Yep.
You talking about? Woo!
I'm just saying, yo, bro. That's everything you saying. That's what H&L's about, man. H&L Associates, yo, real talk. Everything we drop, yo, it's tapping into that, yo, and bringing it back to the forefront for people to bridge that gap, so people can see what it's about.
Man,
you know
Great segue.
Like, you know,
Great
the
segue.
album. It's a segue, but it's about going back to like, yo, how should an album sound? Like that's why we call it a mission statement. The mission statement straight up is a shot. It's a shot to everyone. You should be making your albums like this. It's that.
I love that title, man.
Like this is the mission statement. Listen to this album. Listen to how it moves. Listen to how the songs bend. Listen to how the songs curve each other. This is how your whack album should sound.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? Once again, it's dipping back into the culture because the culture was about, yo, let's, you know, so-and-so's doing that. EPMD's doing this. So De La's going to do this. Tribe's doing that. So JB's going to do this. You know, Naughty's doing that. So we're going to do it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's about. So everyone's doing a little friendly battle, but at the end of the day, what happens is everyone puts out good music.
That's right.
So that's what the mission statement is about, man. Mission statement is about telling people, yo, step your game up, listen to this, and then move accordingly, because this is how your album should sound.
Yeah. Most definitely. Gotta ask Luck about working with
Nejma
Nefertiti.
Nefertiti.
Yeah.
Yo, and she reminds me of a female pun.
She's nasty. She's nasty.
Incredible lady.
Very humble.
Really just a dope soul. But like what I really give her props is, she's about her business. Like I meet a lot of artists, and that's what I always tell Haas. What I like about Haas and Neff together, they have the same acumen. You give them a beat. It's not. You're not waiting 2 years for the rhymes. The rhymes come back the next day. And they're
like a machine.
No shot to people who creative processes, but when you try to put
things living it,
you trying to move accordingly.
Yeah.
I mean, credible lyricist, credible individual. And she is a grinder, man. And I love that my soul attracts people like that. I love that I don't meet, honestly, a lot of people who are slackers, because that's not who I am.
Yeah.
But I mean, dope album, did the whole album. The funny thing is, the album, I was trying to recreate Illmatic. Like that was my goal. Like if you listen to some of the songs downstairs, say the song Cold just sound like something Preem would have did. The song she got called Fruit sound like something Pete would have did. And then the One Love, the first single, something Tip would have did. So I was pulling from all those those great inspirations, and my aim was, let me see, can I recreate Illmatic.
Wow. What about the one with Shorty Nomads and Pasta Noose?
I mean, that's just my brother, so I shook him down like, yo, son, I'm gonna need you to put a verse on it. I'm gonna try to no, not next week. I need you by Wednesday. He got on the job, knocked it out. I got Shorty on it and bombs. And then I didn't before he put the cuts in, and that's another thing. I humbly believe in DJ putting cuts. No Trinity. Don't
the
use
extra
Trinity.
flavor, you know what I'm saying?
Hit the button with the coiny rubs. Go get a DJ and have the DJ put rubs in it.
Yes.
So the chorus was really empty. I was like, you know what? You know what's missing? Evil D. And I mean, that's my brother, so I know him since 90s. So I'm like, yo, I need you to cut. And then he put the cuts.
Yeah. Speak with your hands.
Yo, Luck, though, I know I'm not the interviewer, but I got a question for you. So when you had Evil D do them cuts, though, you came up with the samples that he was cutting, or he came up with them?
Majority of Nesma's albums he came with. H&L stuff. Majority of H&L, I'll be like, yo, cut this, cut that. But I mean, let me be honest. I'm telling him the sample I want to cut. I'm not going, yo, do it like this.
Right.
I'm not nice. He's one of the nicest people to touch.
I think that's a good question,
I said, I want to clear that up. I don't want no stupid rumors started. You know what I'm saying? But I'll be like, yo, cut that, and he'll and just tear it down always.
Yeah, that's what's up. Okay, well, our hour is up, and gents, tell us where we can find the music, please.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Grand Agent and Culture Freedom is called A Calm Killing. It drops March 20th. 6 joints, top to bottom, husky, 15 minutes. Feel like an hour. Feel like you took a whole Big Daddy Kane album to the head in 15 minutes. Culture Freedom on production. A Calm Killing, man. March 20th.
So
first
that's
day of spring.
Friday, right?
Yeah, first day of spring. End of Ramadan. Everything conversion. So Calm Killing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
all right. So H&L, we got. You got first. You gotta check out part. You gotta check out. You gotta check out The Mission. That's the first single. Then we dropped the second single. It's called For the People.
Right.
Then comes the album, the mission. No, yeah. Then comes the album, the mission. No, then comes Volume 1.
Volume 1. Okay.
Then comes the album, the mission statement. Then we just dropped Volume 2. Volume 3 is gonna drop Aprilish, and then the statement will drop somewhere around in the summertime.
Okay. Word.
All that you can find on, for now, you find on all your streaming platforms.
Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music.
Once again, we definitely
it's on YouTube also.
The CDs and cassettes that's coming up. So you know what I'm saying. Follow us on on our Instagram or that Facebook, and keep tap in.
Yes,
sir.
Most definitely. And GA and Culture, are you guys doing physical stuff for yours? Anything, CDs or anything?
I'm talking to a cat right now, man. We might drop some 45s to it.
Word. That's what's up.
That's dope.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, because 45s, anything, when you sampling, anything on a 45 sound chunkier. The bottom is crazy on it. So if you got drums or anything off of 45, because the wax is not stretched that much. So yeah, that's the closest thing you can get to a real.
What's the maximum amount of songs you could put on a 45?
I would put 1 or 2.
Correct.
I would put 1 or 2, like two on each side, or just 1 on each side. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. I think 1.
Yeah, it depends how long the songs are.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Do not do 3 feet high and rising.
Right.
Incredible album, but
like 50
nah.
Incredible album, but because they had so many songs, you know what I'm trying to say? The quality of sound wasn't there.
Yeah.
But we didn't know that back in the days.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Actually, man, the second Jungle Brothers record, man, I wish that would have got more, because that record was crazy.
Oh, incredible.
Yeah.
That record was, the amount of energy and stuff they put into that record. I was mad that it didn't get, you know what I mean? It didn't get the love that, you know what I'm saying, on a bigger level, because them joints on there was crazy.
But it was
I agree.
It was a shift. It was a shift.
Yeah, but that record is that record is phenomenal.
I agree.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank everybody for coming through tonight.
Much success, and let's tap in.
Yeah, and thanks to Jenny for the scheduling snafu. It worked out. It was great to have you guys all on at once.
Hey, Culture, I'm gonna send you that email.
Yeah, send it to me, man. Send it to. I'm gonna make sure you get it. Make sure you get it.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Hey, Ultra Mag, man, how long? I got a question for you, real quick. I get to talk to you that much. Yo, how long does it take for you to make them videos? You know what I'm saying? Where so you do do you specifically do those videos with the chopping up of the certain songs, whatever, that never had any videos for? Like
solo, single, no more, no less. It's just me. Here's the thing. As long as I get the idea, then the editing is easy. I just need to come up with the idea of what fits with what. Once I get that, the editing is easy.
Them MF Doom joints and any other one, I'm like, yo, this dude is super creative.
Thank you, man.
And because a lot of people and it was just fun fact. I met Ultra Mag off of my page, but mainly on my other page, which is the 5 Borough Hip Hop Trivia Show, right? And what is dope about us two, because we have a similarity of knowing really good hip hop from the days when it was a certain way, especially and what makes us different is that because people come up to me like, yo, your page is different, but they tell me specifically I try to go for your favorite rapper's favorite rapper and post their videos, like you talking about the Cold Crush and things like that, you talking about 80s hip hop, 80s breakdancing, Crush Groove. You're talking about Wild Style, Style Wars, stuff like that. Because these kids really it's funny with what Coach Freedom even said, these kids don't think you serious. So when you start posting certain things, it breathes a new breath into this hip hop that was kind of put to the back burner. You get what I mean? Absolutely. So and I guess to wrap this whole cipher up, it's just our goal is to keep on making music and to encourage all the legends to keep making music, because you the guys that inspire us to make music, and we inspire other people that we don't even know we're inspiring yet, because some of these people probably ain't even born yet. You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna one day, you know, put our stuff in universities and things like that. You know what I mean? Like, you got rappers that are in universities right now teaching, like shout out to Wordsworth and people like that. You know what I'm saying? So
I
I'm just
never
glad
would
to
have
be a part
thought,
of it.
to add on to what you're saying, Wise Intelligent wrote a book. It's called a dumbed down rapper, right? The manufacturing of a dumbed down rapper. Now, me and him grew up in the projects, the whole nine. I would never have thought that he would have a book that was being taught at Princeton University.
That's what I'm saying.
You understand what I'm saying?
That's what
So
I'm
they
saying.
getting it firsthand like that. So, you know, don't sleep on this thing that we do, because it's being taught all over the world, man.
Exactly.
It's so organic. The language change every day. You know what I mean? It's crazy, man.
Yeah, and just to piggyback on what you're saying real quick, like the first time I went overseas to open up for Jay with the Damager, I'm kicking it with the locals, and they were like, "Yo, it's like the rap is amazing because it's teaching us how to speak English," and I'm like, "That's crazy!" And like, your song could teach a person. So they used to listen to like a lot of Wu-Tang Clan back in the days, and that taught them how to speak certain slang, so when they come to America, they can know how to communicate with us. Like, that's crazy right there.
Yeah,
So.
man. Yeah.
That's crazy. Keep doing what you're doing.
And I just want to
Keep
say
doing what
one
you're doing.
thing to everyone: always respect the DJs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Remember this.
That's how it all
The
started.
reason your stuff is getting played is all because a kid in the Bronx got on a thing, when he jigga, and then Cote Rock said one check, 1 2. Remember, respect the DJ. The DJ is the last frontier for any of your stuff getting played. You see a DJ on Instagram, your homeboy, go on his DM, come friends with him. That's how your stuff starts getting all over the place.
Yep, absolutely. Respect the DJ.
Always.
Always. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you coming through tonight.
Salute.
Peace.
Salute.
Yes, all right, peace.
Yes. All right. Till next time.
Till next time.
Sir.
All right. Oh shit.
You're too close, man. You're too close.
Too close, man. Wow. That was some crazy. That was fantastic, man. That was great.
I came here to fuck shit up and then I left.
Jen, that was fantastic. That worked out so well. Whatever. That was great. New music Tuesday. So, yeah. Anybody watching, go check out that H&L Associates record. One of my favorite records of the year, hands down. And I can't wait to check out the Grand Agent record and Culture Freedom this Friday. Looking forward to that. It's going to be dope. Can't wait. So, good stuff. And Hip Hop Mail, Ultramag.
Where do I start?
Oh, more than one.
Oh, I got a few.
Uh-oh.
So let's start with our sponsor.
Yes.
A little Weaponized Records. We got a new one. Maximum Overdrive.
Yes.
This is, there you go. Peace, Saswax, and Joe Clockwork.
Jennifer, this is actually yours. I got to send it to you.
And, if you're a Stephen King fan or like, you'll get it. So if you check this out, you'll get what this is. You remember the other week when we had Alaska on?
Yes.
He talked about his podcast.
Yes.
He brought up Zilla Rocca. So Zilla Rocca sent me some music, sent me this CD.
Word.
And then what I realized, he sent me this CD, and I'm looking at the back, the credits on the back. It says Cuts and Scratches by DJ Soulbuck. So I'm like,
wow. All
okay.
There
And
you
then
go.
you got my boy Jay Dankworth.
Wow.
So if you know, actually you see the hat, dig, find, listen, sample, chop, repeat. They're from the West Coast. So this is Jay Dankworth and Crumbum. Pull it back a little bit, but
Murder Hornets.
all beats.
Word.
So that's some dope hip hop coming from the West Coast. Shout out to my man Jay. Me and him are supposed to work on some things. So yeah, that's all I got.
Hey, that's great. You got a lot.
Yeah.
And I totally blanked out because I was going to bring something up. And there's a new Hip Hop Gods radio episode tonight with Flatline. It's up on Mixcloud now. Go check that out. A bunch of new joints. Flatline's getting busy with it. And of course, Dave and Mocha only tomorrow night here on Channel Zero. What do we got? What else we got? And Side B TV on Friday. And of course, our man Soul Buck back on Sunday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Channel Zero. Soul Buck will be spinning the music of next week's guest. Who we got coming up next week? Oh, we don't know? Okay.
Beats me. I'm drawing a blank.
Hang on. Let me pull up the calendar.
No, we got DJ John Doe.
Oh, DJ John Doe. That's right.
Yes.
Yep. DJ John Doe next week.
From Southern Vanguard Radio.
Yeah. So we'll get the other half of the story. Yeah. So, that's what's coming up next week. Thanks to everybody watching live. Please like and subscribe and check out all the other great stuff we got going on here at Channel Zero and everybody watching on the replay. Special thanks to our guest tonight. And we'll see you next week on another episode of It's CDOC again.